Hi guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Now people always ask, what is the most common curry you make at home? And this has to be it, my everyday chicken curry. It's simple, tasty and my go-to. Now before we run through what you need, please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already and turn your bell notifications on so you never miss new videos. So now let's start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need is as follows, and it's so simple. If you are a regular curry maker, then you're going to have these ingredients in your kitchen. I've got here chicken, which I've got diced up into medium-sized pieces. This is chicken breast fillet. You can use on-the-bone chicken, just remember it takes slightly longer to cook. All my viewers tend to use chicken breast fillets, and that's the reason why I'm using this in my recipe today. I've got here my onions, which I have actually pureed because this curry is all about that smooth masala sauce, so you want your onions to be as small as possible. I've got here passata. Now I know a lot of people don't tend to use passata in curries or think that you can't use it, but honestly you can. It's just tomatoes that are like ground down and sieved, and it works beautifully, especially when you're looking for a really nice, like, you know, thick sauce but like smooth sauce. And I've got some spices here, which is salt, coriander powder, Kashmiri chilli powder, nice colour but mild heat, and turmeric powder. I've got frozen ginger and garlic here, chillies. Now again, this dish is simple but it's fiery, and I like to add a lot of heat to this because this is the curry that we make on a regular basis and it has chilies in there. So I've got 5 chilies and I like to see my chilies, so I've cut them quite chunky. I've got oil here, which is coconut, use whichever you wish. And just to finish the dish off, we have here dried fenugreek, which is Kashmiri meethi, and I've got here homemade garam masala and fresh coriander. Now today I'm going to be using this big bad boy to cook in. This is my mum's grahi. It's got to be at least 35 to 40 years old. Absolutely wonderful to cook in this dish because it takes approximately like 3 to 4 kgs of meat, and I'm actually cooking 1.5 kgs, which is 1.5 kilos, and it cooks beautifully because obviously it's a grahi and you can turn the meat around in the masala, and honestly it just is the best pot to cook in. So I've got it on the hob. My heat setting is currently on a medium, and I am going to start off by adding my oil into this and just allowing that to heat up. If any of you thought what that was, that's coconut oil when it's solidified. And now we're going to add the onions and we're going to cook them until they're caramelized and lovely and golden brown. So it should take approximately 8 to 10 minutes. I'm just going to turn my heat up to a high and I'm going to cook these down, and I'll show you how they look once they're done. Right, okay, so this is how the onions should be looking. Look at that. All the water, the moisture from the onions has evaporated, and they've taken on this lovely caramelized colour. Now into this I'm going to add a splash of water, and then the ginger and garlic cubes go in, and just cook them off for a minute just to get rid of that rawness. And now we can add the spices and just give that a mix. And you want to be quite quick at this stage because you don't want to burn those spices. So that looks good. And now straight in with the passata. Mix that well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more boiled kettle water and just pop that in to this carton, just to take off whatever passata's left in there and just add that in. Right, so pop the lid on, allow this to cook away for 6 to 8 minutes on a low heat, and we're going to allow all the spices, the tomato, the onions to cook together and develop in flavour. And we're also going to wait for that oil to separate and come to the surface. Once that's done, we can then add the chicken in. So I'll see you guys back then. Right, okay, so it's been 8 minutes that the masala has been cooking away. And as you can see, the oil has started to separate and come to the surface and around the edges. And that is exactly what you want. So into this, I'm now going to add my washed chicken. I'm going to turn my heat up to a medium because it was on a low before. and we're going to cook this chicken without the lid on for 5 minutes. Right, so it's been 5 minutes, the chicken's been cooking away, and at this stage we're going to add our green chillies in there. Give them a mix. And then I'm going to add 1 whole cup of boiled kettle water into this. I'm actually going to add half more. Once it's bubbling away, again, pop the lid on. Turn your hob down to a low, and you want to let that cook away now for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we'll be ready to finish the dish off. And the oil will have separated, the masala would have thickened beautifully to my liking, and I'll show you how that looks once it's done. Right, okay, so it's been 10 minutes that the chicken curry has been cooking away, so look at that. The oil has started to separate and come to the surface. Oh, look at that masala. And that is what you want. I mean, if you want it slightly drier, you can cook this off a little bit more, or you can have less water, but I like it like this. And now we can finish it off. So in with the homemade garam masala, just like that. And I know a lot of you ask me what homemade garam masala is. It's just a blend of the whole spices that we use in curries and rice dishes, and we blend it to make a powerful spice blend that we add right at the end. And it has to be right at the end because you don't want those flavours to burn or cook. They are meant to enhance the dish. So the garam masala is always added right at the end to enhance the final dish. Right, so I've got here the dried fenugreek, which I'm just going to add to the palm of my hand and just crush it to release more flavour and aroma. And just look at that, a little bit left there. Take them off as well. And just give everything a mix. Beautiful. Look at that lovely colour, smooth masala, chunky pieces of chicken. And then last but not least, you want to add your fresh coriander right over the top, just like that. And that is how you make the most common chicken curry in my house. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and enjoy.